What do you get when you cross myself, who can't drive, and my partner, who doesn't have a car? A big fat Caledonian coach filled with people who want to go to the same place. I had 2 places in this country I really wanted to visit on my bucket list. The first one being the Lake District and the second one being the Peak District. Now, I'd crossed off the Lake District, link below if you want to see the video for that one, though I think I will be returning. And the thing is, with organising road trips, it can get really complicated about where the best places to go are, how long you're going to need to spend time in each place. But I stumbled across Caledonian Travel, and one of the trips they do was in the Peak District. This 3-day, 2-night package, which includes the hotel and breakfast and dinners and excursions, came to a total of just £120 each. Which, for me, the transport alone, that's really good. Or even just for the stay in the hotel. Nobody has to do the hard work of driving other than our driver. Thanks, driver. Neither myself or Adam are control freaks, so we absolutely can have someone take over. So, was it worth the money? Did I enjoy the Peak District as much as I thought I would? Was the hotel included as spooky on the inside as it was the outside? Let's find out! We're here, we've arrived, and we're waiting for our coach, which hasn't arrived on time. We can see it, but it's not in the little loading bay. There's currently a coach that is not ours being loaded. I don't know these coach terminologies. Yeah, it is quite hard to know what is going on, which coach is what. Lots of people with cases everywhere. Feels like I'm in a mini airport. So that's 2 other coaches going to different destinations. Oh, that's not R1. Where's R1 gone?
Behind it.
R1's literally just chilling, I think, waiting for a spot to pull up in.
Yeah, just get on.
It is up to the public for a small fee. A large fee.
So we are currently an hour into our trip. We're now at a service station for about 50 minutes. I mean, we've already got our food with us, so we haven't really needed it. I'd rather just get on with the journey, to be honest, rather than waiting around. But most of the coach is pretty old, so they probably want to stretch their little legs. The coach is very comfortable.
Yeah, if you're short.
So it's not the best for Adam. The headrest is really short.
It's comfy, but when you sit back, your head's over. So when I try to nap, I'm hunched down, trying to...
We are stopping off on the way to Buxton into Chesterfield. That's a good idea. It's kind of like an excursion on the way to the actual place that coach trip is taking us to, the official hotel, which, by the way, looks very haunted, so I'm excited about that. And the coach driver is hilarious and chill and friendly. Well, I don't know if friendly is the word, because actually he's so sarcastic that I think I'd be a bit scared to approach him about anything that I need help for.
I just wish it wasn't as early.
It was a bit of an early start, but I guess that's the price you pay for not having a car and going yourself and needing to pick people up along the way. So I don't mind though, because we're in holiday mode.
We'll be alright after I've had a sleep in one time.
We've got a full day ahead of us first. So we arrived at the Twisted Spire, I'm going to call it. A very unusual landmark in the UK that I saw a lot of references to when I was looking up Chesterfield when I knew we'd be stopping here. There's a lot of kind of myths and legends behind why it's twisted. One of them being that it was twisted by the hands of the devil as he was changing direction. It twisted the top of the spire. One of England's most unusual architectural wonders, the Church of St Mary and All Saints, more commonly known for its twisted 228-foot spire. Legend has it that the devil himself took a seat on the spire, twisting it out of shape, while others blame the builders. And if that's not a vision in itself, the magic just keeps coming inside. I love a stained glass window. I was pleasantly surprised. They are beautiful and casts loads of colourful light that adds to the church's mystical atmosphere. Each pane is like a page in a storybook, and these windows date back to the medieval period. So these scenes were not just decorative, they were also educational, so serving as visual aids for a largely illiterate population in medieval times. So through these images, people could learn and reflect on the teachings of the church.
It's on the top left. Okay. Well done. Got it on camera.
One of the most curious and lesser known treasures inside Chesterfield's Crooked Spire is a massive whale bone. This pretty odd relic we came across has been part of the church's collection for centuries, apparently. The bone, believed to be a rib from a whale, is thought to have been brought to the church in the 14th century, possibly as a gift or a trophy from a sea voyage. Nobody knows when or why this whale bone was placed in the church. We've just left the church and suddenly a croissant appeared in Adam's mouth and we don't know what to do about it. It is actually a very beautiful church. Pleasantly surprised about how pretty the stained glass windows are and just all the like statues and stuff. So it was so nice, isn't it? It's a really pretty church. So would recommend if you happen to be in the area.
When do you go into a church and come out not amazed by the whole building?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it felt particularly pretty. I don't know, something about it felt nice to me. Had a massive headache as soon as I walked in though, and then now I feel good as I've left. I don't know if that means I'm the devil or It's very tall ceilings, as I kind of anticipated because it is a very old building. Bed came with a dashing looking man. Oh, this is our view. Not that we can really see much because feel it. Oh, it feels like skin.
Actually made out of human skin.
God, it's quite thick. Like, imagine that keeping the cold out. Speaking of, we came in and it was blasting with heat. That radiator was like, turn that straight off. That's actually an image of the outside. Oh no, that's not. I was gonna say that's what. It's an opera house. That is not the hotel. Ignore me. Because we're up on. I mean, we're on Peak District, so we're up quite high. I thought we'd have a really good view, but our room is literally facing crusty, dusty old trees. I mean, I like a tree, but was a bit disappointed in that. I bet other people have better rooms, and that annoys me. But anyway, this is the bathroom. Very basic, very white. Jeez, I feel like I could do a photo shoot in here, or I feel like I'm in a doctor's surgery or something. Very white, but at least it feels very clean because of that. And yeah. Basic. So we're now going down to dinner, which we're anticipating because it was part of our like package with the coach company, so you prepay for dinner and breakfast here. So I think it might be a buffet. We don't really know what to expect, but that's where we're heading to now. Coffee in my belly. I feel more of a human now. It's not the best coffee though. I've never thought hotel coffee is very nice. Just my opinion. So we found the building that is hanging up on the wall in our bedroom, the Opera House. There's a pub opposite as well called the Old Club. Oh yeah, it's literally up there, the Old Clubhouse. And it looks so pretty. You can't really tell, it's very, very dark, but it's... It's covered in ivy. Which way did we come from? Oh!
Go back to the sign.
The red sign is leading us the way home. Oh! Now that is a very creepy looking hotel, if I do say so myself. Now this is what I call hotel entrance.
It does look fancy when you...
Makes you feel dead rich. There's even a pianist down there. That's also what I think of when it comes to like...
Grand Hotel.
Yeah, you enter the hotel lobby, pianist, big chandeliers. Look at the size of these halls. Something from The Shining, this.
These will be for reference.
Yeah. You kind of match the decor as well. And look at that radiator cover.
That's to be against the wall, would you not be able to see it?
Almost, yeah.
Have you showed them their faces and everything?
Oh yeah. There's a bit of artwork here. Not that we should judge it.
They're masks, man.
Oh my god, they're masks.
You can tell.
Why are they wearing like masks like that though? Was that a thing? Look at their faces. This guy though. He's got a big head. All the art's pretty creepy, to be fair. How much do you want to bet this place is haunted? So we had a little rummage around Buxton, but it's quite late now, quite dark now, so we can't actually see much, but we could tell there's a lot of parks and greenery and water fountains and stuff, so I'll have to try and find time to explore in the day. But tomorrow we're being taken to Bakewell and what was the other place?
Matlock.
Matlock.
Where Bakewell tarts come from, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. If we're being taken there by the coach tomorrow, then like I don't know when we're supposed to be exploring Buxton. It's a bit weird that we're like staying in Buxton, but like we're not actually seeing much of Buxton.
You should have asked the Gowan what's up with them,
Asked him what though?
What's the full like list of what we're doing, like time wise and stuff, just so we know what to expect and like when to make the most of like the pool and the local area and stuff.
True.
Oh, well.
We'll figure it out. I mean, we knew when we booked a 2-night stay that it was going to be a bit difficult to fit everything in, but obviously Adam wanted as minimal time off work as possible. And we didn't know how these coach trips were going to go down. Like, if we liked this enough for the future, we know that maybe 3 days is a bit better. And now I think we're just going to catch up on Love Island. Don't judge, but we're watching it, so we're going to catch up on some of that. And sleep like absolute bubbers. Good morning. Feel a lot more refreshed today after sleep. We literally crashed at 10 p.m, which is not like us at all. 10 p.m. is like the start of the night. I also woke up feeling a bit like I was being watched or something. That could just be my complete imagination, but it did feel a little bit spooky. I said to myself, I'm gonna go get my phone and just play on it for a bit because I know my alarm clock's about to go off anyway and my phone was charging on the other side of the room. I walk on over to my phone. It's literally 11, so I had like an hour's sleep and I felt refreshed and ready to go for some reason. So that was weird. Anyway, and then we got woken up by someone in the corridor, like chatting away. Like I was thinking it was the morning because she was so confidently chatting to her friends. Not like laughing or anything, so I didn't feel like, it didn't sound like drunk chatter. It just sounded like morning chatter or something. But then I looked at the clock and it was literally 4 a.m. I was this close to coming to the door and being like... But like just as I was on the brink, they stopped anyway. So managed to somehow get back to sleep. About a 9-hour sleep. Amazing. Feeling ready for the day. And we've just had a buffet breakfast, which... could not fault it. So many button mushrooms. And we actually happened to be sitting next to our coach driver, and we saw a couple people saying from our coach that they didn't want to go to the trip today. So it is an option if we didn't actually want to go on the excursions today, just to completely skip them altogether. Considering we've had a look around this area last night in the dark, we can tell there's cute places to go, but we may as well make most of what we paid for. We don't drive as a couple, so like we're not used to just being able to hop in a car and visit different places around. Hopefully have some time to explore Buxton as well in the evening before the dark. I don't know how it's going to happen though, because it is March and it does get dark quite early. Then if we have enough time, we also want to hit the swimming pool because there's a pool downstairs. That was one of the reasons why we picked this place, because it has a swimming pool. We brought our swimming stuff for it too. So that's the plan. We're about to head out now. Let's go explore. Our very first little trip out took us to Matlock. It's a lovely little town in Derbyshire, which, like most areas and towns around here, has a charming old world character. It's very picturesque and it has a mix of historic architecture, but also a strong local vibe with friendly pubs and eateries.
You can make a wish.
What really did it for me is we just so happened to stumble across a charming little courtyard that leads you to a place called Punny Dukes. I actually happen to own a few things from this shop, but I didn't realise they had an actual store in this area. You'll pretty quickly notice you're in a very magical space before stepping inside through some little hints in the courtyard. But once you step inside of Punny Dukes, you'll realise this is probably one of the best looking shops you'll ever see, poking about each corner. There's so much to see, it's decorated just incredibly. It's a delightful little spot tucked away from the main bustle of the town, one of the best shops I've ever explored and I'd recommend anyone to go to. The staff are lovely and the shop is packed with forest spirits, fantastical creatures, charming gifts, craft goblins, witchy jewellery, adorable little mandrakes, beautiful designed prints, creative, whimsical decorations, cards and other stationery items that basically capture the magic of storytelling and fantasy. Anything here brings a touch of enchantment to any space, making your home feel like a cozy retreat from a book if you were to purchase anything from Punny Dukes. The shop's atmosphere is designed basically to transport visitors to a world of magic. So if that's your thing and you love anything that reflects a love for whimsical design and a passion for creative craftsmanship, then you'll find it to be a delightful place to explore. Find unique gifts or simply enjoy the enchanting ambience like we did. The shop itself just offers such a special experience and escape into a world where fantasy and creativity come to life. So thank you, Punny Dukes, for existing. You are fabulous.
Ooh! No, it looked cute.
Our next little trip out was to a place called Bakewell. One of my favourite parts of this entire trip, I'm not gonna lie, was just the car journeys, because I did not need a book or my phone to distract me during the journeys because I was just in awe. And I think because you're in a coach, you're higher up and the windows are a lot bigger and you can see in front of you and to the sides of you. Like, oh my god, I really regret not having like a front row seat on this coach because I feel like they would have had the best view. I think I preferred Bakewell a little bit more to Matlock. It's also a very charming little market town nestled in the heart of the Peak District, but you may have heard of Bakewell before because it is of course known for its famous Bakewell pudding, as well as being the picturesque setting along the River Wye. But if you didn't know, the original Bakewell pudding is a deliciously gooey almond and jam creation you've got to have if you visit to Bakewell, because you can find it in local bakeries and they claim to have the authentic original recipe, so you're probably not going to get anywhere better. So we are currently in what might very well be one of the most picturesque, quaintest towns? I was going to say village, but I don't know what counts as a village. Towns that I have literally ever seen. It is so cute. I actually feel like I'm inside some sort of fairy tale book, or you know, you can get those like, oh, we're on a cute bridge, those little like statues of cottage houses. I feel like I'm inside of one and walking around. It's just adorable, the brickwork and stuff. It's so cute. Like, it's not as though it's completely like secluded either, because you're kind of like in the middle of shops in town and stuff. So I don't know where like the nearest places to actually live around here is though. That is actually affordable too, because yeah, I'm thinking, oh my god, I rarely go somewhere and think I could actually live there, and this is somewhere I'm like, oh my god. But I just loved the quaint stone cottages, the historic buildings and the cozy little tea rooms. It really feels like you're stepping back in time here. So it's the kind of place that's perfect for a mooch about. All of the beauty of a proper English countryside. Wandering through Bakewell, you'll find the towns are home to some lovely little independent shops. It's perfect for picking up unique gifts or indulging in some sweet treats. In Bakewell, there's also what's called a Lovelock Bridge. There's quite a few of these in a number of places around the country. Actually, this will probably be one of the last times you'll get to see the Lovelocks on this particular bridge, because I've just found out that they were looking to permanently eradicate all of the locks from this bridge due to claims that people have been injured by them. But since researching it, I found that Thornbridge Hall have kindly offered a forever home for the Lovelocks, and they're going to store 40,000 of them. That could change, I don't know. We can't have nice things. And if you date a sugar monster, like I do, you can't really pass the Georgian House sweet shop, transporting you back in time with their shelves lined with jars and jars filled to the brim traditional sweets. It's a really cute little experience. Bakewell has a medieval bridge with 5 arches and cute little ducks floating lazily along on the river below. Obviously it was quite a gloomy time of year for us, but even so you can still proper appreciate all of these outside spaces in Bakewell too. But of course, naturally, we had to finish our time in Bakewell at the Castle Inn, a very classic, cosy, English, inviting pub, complete with wooden beams, a roaring fireplace, and a hearty little meal after your day exploring Bakewell. So we've arrived back to Buxton now. We've walked right to the tip top of the hill that's like in the middle of the town. This beautiful statue, which I don't think I'm doing it much justice, but she could be Valkyrie. I don't really know what this memorial is specifically, but this gives us a really nice view of near where we're staying. So if I turn the camera around, look at that. Honestly, the buildings have been one of my favorite parts of this trip. Been a big old busy day. We still need to try the swimming pool, but we need food and rest first, otherwise I'm gonna actually die. Our coach driver informed us that we're leaving at 9:15 in the morning tomorrow, which was a bit of a shock because we thought we were getting back to Sunderland at like 7 p.m. So I guess it's because we're doing pit stop somewhere. Yeah, he's dropping us off at another little local town to us that has shops and stuff. So you can't really complain because it's part of the package, I guess. That's why we chose a coach trip because it's going to take us to places. Some people from our coach trip decided to stay behind and just explore Buxton today, but they had already been to Bakewell before, so that might be why. We came to this park last night in the dark and all we could hear was honking in the dark. That was a little bit like unnerving. But yeah, this little park is filled with different types of ducks. And here are the loud geese. Oh, and these are the little puddle ducks. Look at them. Oh, they're so cute. Hello. They're like following each other. Bye then. I've heard that they're actually pretty angry if you get too close, so I'm kind of keeping my distance. This little area is cute. That little bandstand area reminds me of Casper Meets Wendy the movie, because everyone's seen that movie, haven't they?
Sure, I watched it or something.
Did I make you watch it once? Sounds like me. And there's our very creepy hotel, waiting for our return. It's the next morning now and I was very sad to be going home. My heart, I left a part of it here for sure. Good morning world, it's a brand new day. I'm really sleepy today. I thought maybe I might feel a little bit less sleepy after the second night, but no. And we're having an early start because our coach wants to leave at 9:15. Let's do that then, shall we? We are in Peak Village, which is a little shopping centre, a few miles from where our hotel was. But luckily they actually fit in a little trip to Castleton on the way back. And I didn't actually expect to love Castleton as much as I did, as it wasn't really the main excursion of our trip and more just a short little drive-by for us to mooch around for a couple of hours. But it's such a picturesque village. I think most people come here to hike. There is stunning natural scenery everywhere here. Handsome boy with his new scarf.
Ice cream is freezing cold.
Naturally, the Geordie has ice cream on a cold day. There's very dramatic limestone crags and rolling hills and lush valleys. We didn't really get to explore enough of this area, but this is a go-to area for nature lovers and people who like walking trails, really challenging ones, but also little ones. And lots of shops selling a stone called Blue John, because Castleton is apparently famous for this rare and distinctive mineral found only in this region. It's a form of fluorite, which is like a deep blue. Apparently it was once used to make decorative items and ornaments in the 19th century, and so the rarity of this stone makes it really valuable and desirable here. Yes, this trip milked us dry. We were knackered by the end of it, but that just goes to show you get what you pay for. Someone else to show you all the hot spots. You can have a drink. You don't have to worry about where your car's parked. You don't have to pay for parking. I think I prefer the Peak District to the Lake District. I'll be back, and very likely on a coach.
Oh yeah.